Hello everyone, welcome back to the session of English. In this session, we are going to continue with our chapter Comprehension Ability. Now, this is part number 33. Till now, we have already done 32 sessions on comprehension ability, that is, reading comprehensions. So, friends, now you have an idea how to solve reading comprehensions in a short span of time. As we all know that we have already started doing short passages. So in this session as well, I have brought some passages for you. And in this session, we are going to discuss 3 passages. And in this session, we will discuss passage number 26, passage number 27, and passage number 28. So we are going to discuss 3 passages in this session. So let's begin this session and we will be doing some question and answers based on these 3 passages. Well, you will really enjoy this session, and after this session, you will definitely get an idea how to solve these passages in a short span of time. So first of all, let us begin with the passage number 26. First of all, we'll read the entire passage, and after that, we'll start attempting the questions based on it. Okay. So here is the passage number 26. As you can see over here, it is somewhere big, not big actually. The passage is short, but let us first read the entire passage and we'll try to get the meaning of this passage, and after that we'll attempt the questions. Okay, so let's begin this session. So this is passage number 26. First of all, that we are going to do. It is generally acknowledged that children learn a lot from the parents. It is generally acknowledged, it is the basic thing, that children, they learn a lot from their parents, or you can say that parents are the first teachers of the children. It is not so commonly admitted that parents learn a great deal from their children. Now, again, it is common that yes, children learn a lot from their parents, but it is not commonly or so commonly admitted that even parents, in fact, there are the parents who really learn a great deal from their children. As adults, it is easy to assume that we are always right. But the laugh was on me one beautiful day. So it is about the author. Me means the author who is writing this passage. She's saying that as adults, it is easy to assume that we are always right. Okay. It means being an adult, I can say that I'm always right. But the laugh was on me. It means I was at mistake one day or one beautiful day. My daughter Kashmira knew how much I loved flowers. So there is my daughter who know that I love flowers very much. One day when she was of 9 years, she picked some branches from our neighbor's blossoming fruit tree. So one day it happened that her daughter, the author's daughter, she was just 9 years and she picked some branches from the neighbor's blossoming fruit tree. So this is the story about the girl of that author. Realizing she intended to please me. Now why did she pluck the flowers? Just because she wanted to please her mother. I didn't scold her. Means the author did not scold her daughter, but chose a different approach. But she chose a different approach to make her realize that plucking flowers is wrong. These are lovely, dear, but do you realize that if you had left them on the tree, each of these blossoms would have become a cherry? Now, what did the author say to her daughter? That these are very lovely, lovely, dear. But do you really realize that if they were on the trees now as well, they will become they would have become a cherry? No, they would not have, she said firmly. Who she? Daughter. So the daughter said, or the daughter replied, no, they wouldn't have. Oh yes, they would have. Now the author is again saying, oh yes, they would have. Each of these blossoms would have grown into a cherry. Well, okay, mother, if you insist. She finally conceded. It means she say, okay, mother, if you say, that is fine. But they were plums last year. Now, what was amazing about this, because the tree that was of plum, not cherry. And now what happened? Suppose that there is mother and the daughter. So author, who is the mother, she was trying to tell her daughter that if she was trying, the author was trying to tell her daughter that you know well that she was trying to tell her that plucking flowers is not good, but she gave an example that if they were there, they would have become cherry, though the tree was of plum. So daughter, she replied, no, they will not. They would not have become cherry because they were plum last year. It means from the flowers that she has plucked was of the plum tree, not the cherry tree. So it was just a joke for the mother or for the author, because she didn't realize that the fruit or the flower is of another fruit, not of the cherry. Okay, so this is actually the reason. But here daughter, she doesn't you can say she didn't realize that what her mother wants to say her, or what the author wants to say her. Now one more thing is there, that here here you can say that we cannot conclude whether the author is male or female, but I'm saying she, because I just told you about the mother and daughter. Over here maybe the author is male. Okay, now let us start doing the questions. I hope you understood the entire passage very well. Now we will be doing questions based on this passage. Okay, so this passage is very simple and easy. I hope you understood the meaning of this particular passage, and now we will be doing some questions based on this passage. So finally we are going to discuss some questions. So here the first question is, what is commonly acknowledged is that what is not commonly acknowledged. So what is not commonly acknowledged? So children learn a lot from their parents. Parents teach their children a great deal. Parents learn a great deal from their children, and children learn a great deal in spite of their parents. Now, as you can see in the first line, it is written, it is generally acknowledged that children learn a lot from their parents. It is not so commonly admitted. So what is not so commonly acknowledged? That parents learn a great deal from their children. Okay. Now, as you can see over here, what is not commonly, they are asking about what is not commonly acknowledged. Read the question carefully, which has been asked to you. So here the question is, what is not commonly acknowledged? That is, parents, they learn a great deal from their children. So if we talk about the first one, children learn a lot from their parents. No, it is commonly acknowledged. So this cannot be the answer. Parents teach their children a great deal. Of course, if children learn from their parents, parents do teach their children. So this is also not the correct answer. Parents learn a great deal from their children. Yes, this is not so commonly acknowledged. And children learn a great deal in spite of their parents. No. So here C is the exact correct answer, which is directly given in the first line of the passage. So here C will be the correct answer. Okay. Now let us move to the next question, and the next question is, the laugh was on me means that. So what is the meaning of this phrase? The mother was caught in the wrong. The daughter was wrong. People laughed. Yes, of course, they are talking about mother. It means yes, those are mother and daughter in the passage. The daughter was wrong. People laughed at the mother, or the mother laughed at herself. Of course, the laugh was on me means the mother was caught in the wrong, because she said, actually, daughter, she plucked the flowers. Okay, Kashmira is daughter. Now mother, mother is the author, and her daughter is Kashmira. So daughter is Kashmira. Now what happened? Kashmira plucked some flowers from the tree that was plum tree, or she blossoming fruit flowers means after the flower, from that flower the fruit begins. Okay, or the fruit arises. Now here Kashmira plucked some flowers from the plum tree, whereas because mother, she didn't scold her. In fact, she tried to tell her that plucking of flowers is wrong. But instead of saying that, she tried in another way, and she said that if these flowers were on the tree only, there were some cherry, or they have become cherry. But she was wrong in this case, because actually those were not have sorry those would not have become cherry. Instead, they would have become plum. Okay, so here she was wrong. So therefore, here the correct answer is the mother was caught in the wrong. Okay, so answer is A. Now let us move to the next question. I hope you got this passage. This passage is very interesting, very easy and simple, but very, very interesting. What the daughter picked from the neighbor's garden were some branches, some flowers, some branches with blossoms, or some branches with fruit. So it was, as you can see in the passage itself, that it was she picked some branches from our neighbor's blossoming fruit tree. So it is some branches. Okay, so it is some branches. Okay, so it is see some branches with blossoms. Okay. She branches from our neighbor's blossoming fruit tree. Okay, so she plucked some blossoming, okay, branches with blossoms. Okay, so here is the correct answer. So C will be the correct answer according to the passage. Now let us move to the next question, and the next question is: the mother did not scold the daughter because she loved flowers. She liked cherry blossoms. She did not understand why her daughter had done so. She decided to indirectly make her daughter realize her mistake. Of course, it is D. She decided to indirectly make her daughter realize her mistake. So answer will be D. So this is again very simple. That the answer is D. Now this is another question. The mother was caught in the wrong because the daughter proved that she had not picked the branch with the blossom, reminded that her she loved flowers, reminded her that the branch with blossoms was from a plum tree, proved that those blossoms would not yield any fruit. Of course, it is C. That is, reminded her that the branch with blossoms was from a plum tree, so they would not have become cherry. Instead, they would have become plum if she had not plucked the flowers from the branches blossoms with. Okay, from there. So here the correct answer will be C. This is again very, very simple. Now we have already done passage number 26, which was really very interesting, and now we'll do passage number 27. So this is passage number 27. First of all, let us read the entire passage, and after that we'll start attempting the questions based on this passage number 27. S.N. Bose's experimental skill was not confined to physics alone. Confined means limited to physics alone. Confined means limited. Okay. His energy had been channelized in several directions. One direction in which his energy flowed more consistently than in any other was popularization of science. So he was just trying to popularize science. In a newly independent country like India, it means maybe it was the time when the passage has been written. It was the time when India got independent, or after, just to the recently, or in the recent time. It is maybe around 1947. So it is determined, okay, to develop her industries as quickly as possible. There was every danger of leadership in scientific research falling into the hands of those whom C.P. Snow has called side rule scientists. As a safeguard against this, even before independence, Bose founded a scientific journal in Bengali, Bijnan Pariche, to spread scientific knowledge among the common people. Okay, so this is somewhere about the science and experiments by S.N. Bose, and the things which he wanted to popularize, or his determination, or his determined to popularize science. Now let us see the questions. So the questions are, here we have the question number 1. So this is Bose could allow his energy to flow successfully in several directions. Bose was thus uh, a vivacious man, an energetic man, a versatile man, or a virulent man. Now we know well that a versatile is a person who can do many activities at a particular time. Versatile means a person who can do various activities at the same time, or not at the same time, actually. A person who is talented, who is very talented, who can do many acts. Okay, not at the same time, but many acts. Okay, so this is C. Answer is C. So he is kind of versatile man. Now the next question is, S.N. Bose made a major contribution to spread of scientific knowledge among common people by channelizing his energies in several directions, by consistently working for the popularization of science, by becoming a side rule scientist, by founding a scientific journal in Bengali. So how did he made a major contribution to spread scientific knowledge among common people? Now, as a safeguard against this, even before independence, Bose found a scientific journal in Bengali, that is Bijnan Pariche, to spread scientific knowledge among the common people. So, according to the last line, D is the correct answer. That is by founding a scientific journal in Bengali. So here, according to this, as you can see over here, it is written, as a safeguard against this, even before independence, Bose found a scientific journal in Bengali, Bijnan Pariche, to spread scientific knowledge among the common people. So here the answer is D, that is by founding a scientific journal in Bengali. Okay. So here answer will be D. Okay. Now let us move to the next one. Next question is, it is learned from the passage that India, immediately after becoming independent, sought to progress by means of industrialization, by means of popularization of science, by encouraging scientists like S.N. Bose, and by offering the leadership of scientific research to slide rule scientists. As you can see over here, that one direction in which his energy flowed more consistently than in any other was the popularization of science. In a newly independent country like India, determined to develop her industries as quickly as possible, there was every danger of a leadership in scientific research falling into hands of those whom C.P. Snow has called side rule scientists. So it is learned from the passage that India, immediately after becoming independent, what she was doing, she was developing her industries as quickly as possible. Therefore, means of industrialization. So here, A will be the correct answer. According to the line number 3, that in a newly independent country like India, determined to develop industries as quickly as possible. So from this, the correct answer will be by means of industrialization. Okay. Now let us move to the next question. And the next question is, a side rule scientist is likely to be interested in spreading scientific knowledge among common people, diverting his energy in several channels. Okay, this is several, not spiral. This is several. Depriving common people of scientific knowledge, carrying on scientific research on stereotyped ideas. Now, as you can see over here, it is written that there was every danger of leadership in scientific research falling into the hands of those whom C.P. Snow has called side rule scientists. And the question is, a side rule scientist is likely to be interested in obviously doing something negative. So here the correct answer should be D, that is carrying on scientific research on stereotyped ideas. Okay, so D will be the correct answer according to this line. Now let us move to the next question. S.N. Bose's scientific journal Bijnan Pariche must have come out before 1947, after 1947, between 1947 and 1957, and after 1957. As you can see over here, it is written even before independence, and India got independence in 1947. So it must be it must be before 1947. So here answer should be A, that is before 1947. Okay, 1947. Now here we have done passage number 27. This was too small and very, very simple and easy. Now we will be doing passage number 28. So I hope you have understood both the passages that we have already done. Now it is time to do passage number 28. First of all, we'll read the entire passage, and after that we'll start attempting questions based on that passage. I hope you have already understood both the passages that we have already done. Now this is passage number 28. So first of all, let us read the entire passage. The avowed purpose, okay, so here the word which is written over here, the avowed purpose of the exact science is to establish complete intellectual control over experience in terms of precise rules which can be formally set out and empirically tested. Could that ideal be fully achieved? All truth and all error could henceforth be ascribed to an exact theory of the universe, while we who accept this theory would be relieved of any occasion for exercising our personal judgment. We should only have to follow the rules faithfully. Classical mechanics approaches this ideal so closely, this leaves out of account the element of personal judgment involved in applying the formulae of mechanics to the facts of experience. Okay, avowed purpose means the most important purpose of the exact science is to establish complete intellectual control over experience in terms of precise rules which can be formally set out and empirically tested. Okay, empirically tested. Now you can say thoroughly tested. Okay, so let us start doing the questions. So the question number 1 is, in exact sciences, the options are, first of all, let us try to understand the meaning of the passage as well as the questions. In exact sciences, so let us see the options. One does not find answers to all questions and problems. One interprets the according to one's wish. Personal judgments are set aside in favor of a mechanical theory. One responses faith in actual experience. Now, as you can see over here, it is from the options only, as you can see over here, but this leaves out of count the element of personal judgment involved in applying the formula of mechanics to the facts of experience. And one does not find answers to all questions and problems. As you can see over here, the avowed purpose of the exact sciences is to establish, okay, we are talking about the exact sciences, is to establish complete intellectual control over experience in terms of precise rules which can be formally set out and empirically tested. Could that ideal be fully achieved? All truth and all the error could henceforth be ascribed to an exact theory of theory of universe, while we who accept this theory would be relieved of any occasion for exercising our personal judgment. So, as you can see from these lines, it is C, that is, personal judgments are set aside in favor of mechanical theory. As you can see over here, classical mechanics approaches this ideal so closely, mechanics approaches this ideal so CLAT, but this leaves out account of the element personal judgment. Okay. The next question is, the purpose of the exact science is to, as you can see over here, to establish complete intellectual control over the experience in terms of precise rules. Formulate principles which help us to exercise our personal judgment. Make formal and testable rules which can help verify experience. Form opinions about our experience. Assert our intellectual superiority. So, of course, it is B, that is, make formal and testable rules which can verify experience, as you can see from the first line. Okay, it is written to establish complete intellectual control over experience in terms of precise rules which can be formally set out and empirically tested. Now, the next question is, an exact theory of the universe. So, we are talking about the exact theory of universe. The options are not desirable, improbable, yet to be made, or possible. So, as you can see over here, could that be ideal be fully achieved? All truth and all error could henceforth be ascribed to an exact theory of universe, while we who accept this theory would be relieved of any occasion for exercising our personal judgment. It means it is improbable. Okay, so here the correct answer will be B. Now the next question is classical mechanism. As you can see over here, classical mechanics approaches this ideal so closely. But this leaves out an account of element of personal judgment involved in applying the formula of mechanics to the facts of experience. So here the options are: has gained intellectual control over the world, just falls short of achieving intellectual control over experience, has formulated precise rules, has formulated an exact theory of the universe, applying the formula of mechanics to the facts of experience. So according to this line, the answer will be B, just falls short of achieving intellectual control over experience. Okay. Now here we have already done all the three passages. I hope you have understood the meaning and the concept of all the three passages very well. So these were very short passages that we have already done, and I hope you got the meaning of the entire passages. So we'll do some more passages in the next session. I hope you understood all these three passages in this session, and these were very interesting and small or short passages. Well, thanks to you.